Okay, for you GMs out there, we're gonna start off. This is part one of that. Um, we're gonna start off with St. Louis. St. Louis lost 4-3 away from home to the New York Rangers. Is Steen from Thomas and Dunn, Schwartz from Perron and Clegg. Then Thomas from Blay and Steen. Then Perron and Krug both missed in the shootout. Okay, the next game, St. Louis won away from home to New Jersey 4-3. It is Schwartz from Perron and Shin on the power play. Then it's Shin from Stanford and Dunn. Then it's Barbashev from Clifford. Then Perron got the goal. Krug missed. Shin missed in the shootout. Then they lost away from home to Chicago in overtime 4-3. It is Delarose from Barbashev and Clifford. Then Schwartz from Perron. Then Clifford from Delarose and Krug. Then they won in a shootout again 4-3 at home to the Florida Panthers. Is Parayko from Dunn and Kyrou on the power play. Samford from Thomas and Krug on the power play. Then is Steen from Thomas and Sanford. Then Shin missed, Perron scored, and Krug scored in the shootout. Then they lost 4-3 in a shootout. No, they won 4-3 in the shootout at home to San Jose. It is Blay from Kyrou and Parayko. Delarose from Dunn and Folk. Then Perron from Schwartz. In the shootout, Krug, Perron, Shin, and Folk all missed, but Schwartz was the game-winning shootout goal. Then they lost at home 4-1 to Ottawa. It is Kyrou from Blay and Sundqvist. Then you lost away from home 3-2 against Philadelphia. In overtime, it is Steen from Sanford and Parayko, and then Shin from Delarose. Then you beat the Carolina Hurricanes away from home 3-2. It is Kyrou from Clifford and Krug, Dunn from Kyrou and Sanford on the power play. Then it's Clifford from Sundqvist and Kyrou. Then you beat Florida at Florida 3-2. It is Schwartz from Perron on the power play. Kyrou from Sanford and Parayko on the power play. Then Shin from Krug and Folk on the power play. Then you lost to Washington Capitals 4-2 at Capitals. It is Perron from Schwartz and Shin. Then Shin from Perron and Schwartz. Then you lost to LA at home 3-2 in a shootout. It is Blay from Kyrou and Sundqvist and Barbashev from Clegg and Bozak. Is Perron missing, Krug getting the only goal in the shootout. Is Shin missing and Schwartz missing. Then you lost at home to Minnesota 2-1. It is Thomas from Schwartz and Krug on the power play. Then you won at home 5-3 against Detroit. It is Sundqvist from Sanford, Delarose from Kyrou and Blay. Then it's Thomas from Sundqvist. Then it's Shin from Folk and Schwartz on the power play. Then it's Perron from Schwartz and Dunn into the empty net. Then you won at home 3-1 against the Boston Bruins. It is Alexander Steen from Krug and Perron. Then Sundqvist from Thomas and Folk. Then Sanford from Krug and Delarose. Then you lost away to the Colorado Avalanche in the shootout 3-2. Is Shin from Perron and Schwartz. Then Sanford from Folk and Dunn. It is Perron and Krug and Shin all missing in the shootout. Now we're in number 2 of 4 teams that we're doing right now. First is the second team is the New York Rangers. Their first game was at home, and they won 3-2 against Philadelphia. It is Kakko from Panarin and Sheedle. Kakko from Panarin and Sheedle. Then Howden from Broussard and Kreider. Then you won at home in a shootout against St. Louis. It is Kreider from Sheedle and Broussard. Kakko from Panarin and Trouba. And then Kakko from Panarin and Hainsey. Panarin and DeAngelo with the only goals in the shootout. Then you lost at home 3-2 to the Capitals. It is Sheedle from Kreider and Hutton. Then Broussard from Kreider and Trouba. Then you won at home 3-2 against the New Jersey Devils. It is Kakko from Strome and Kovalchuk on the power play. Then Panarin from Buchnevich and Fox on the power play. Then Kakko from Panarin and Strome. Then you lost away from home to Dallas 4-2. It's Kakko from Strome and Panarin. Then Zibanejad from Fox and DeAngelo on the power play. Then you won away from home 5-2 against the Colorado Avalanche. It is Frolik from Howden and Hutton. Then Buchnevich from Kovalchuk and Hutton. Then it's Zibanejad from Kovalchuk and Buchnevich. And then Kovalchuk from Buchnevich and Trouba. And then Strome from Panarin into the empty net. Then you won away from home to Arizona 2-0. It was Frolik from Lafreniere and Trouba. And then Strome from Hutton on the power play. Then you won 4-3 in overtime at home. It is Kreider from Broussard and Hutton. Kovalchuk from Buchnevich and Hutton. Then Panarin from Fox and DeAngelo on the power play. Then Zibanejad from Trouba. Then you lost at home 5-2 to the Pittsburgh Penguins. It is Kovalchuk from Zibanejad. Then Zibanejad from DeAngelo and Buchnevich. Then you lost away from home, 4-3 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Buchnevich unassisted on the power play. Lafreniere from Frolik and Lemieux. Then Lemieux from Lafreniere and Trouba. Then you played against the Buffalo Sabres at Buffalo and lost 3-0. Then you won at home 3-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Is Zibanejad from Buchnevich and Kovalchuk. Sheedle from Kreider and Broussard. And then it's Buchnevich from Fox in the empty net. Then you went to the Washington Capitals and beat them in their home turf 6-3. Is Lafreniere from Zibanejad. Frolik from Lafreniere and Smith. Then Sheedle from Kreider and Broussard. Then Sheedle from Kreider. Then Zibanejad from Panarin and Buchnevich on the power play. Then Strome from Panarin and Kakko. Then you lost in a shootout 3-2 against Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay. It is Buchnevich from Kovalchuk and Zibanejad. Then Kreider from Sheedle and Broussard. In the shootout, Panarin, DeAngelo, and Zibanejad all missed in the shootout. Then you lost at home to Philadelphia 2-1. It is Kovalchuk from Trouba and Strome on the power play. Then you lost away from home 3-1 against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It is Panarin unassisted. Then the New York Rangers' last and final game, they lost to the Chicago Blackhawks at home 3-2 in a shootout. It is Panarin from Buchnevich and Zibanejad on the power play. Then it's Buchnevich from Brendan Smith and Zibanejad. Panarin missed, DeAngelo made his, Zibanejad missed, and Buchnevich missed on the shootout. Then we go on to the third of 5 teams. It is LA. They beat Vegas 3-1 away from home. It is Hoffman from Duclair and Kopitar on the power play. Then it's Carter from Lizotte and Doughty. Then it's Soderberg from Athanasiou and Hamonic. Then you lost at home 3-2 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's Iafallo from Brown and Doughty. Then Lizotte from Holla. Then at home you beat the Minnesota Wild 9-1. It is Kopitar from Lizotte and Vatanen, Carter from Velarde and Lizotte, then Athanasiou from Iafallo and Bear, then Duclair from Hoffman and Doughty on the power play, then Holla from Kempe and Duclair, then Kopitar from Brown and Hoffman, then Velarde from Carter and Mata, then Kempe from Duclair and Holla, and then Hoffman from Duclair and Mata on the power play. Then you lost 4-3 at home to the Colorado Avalanche. It is Mata from Kopitar and Hoffman on the power play. Then Iafallo from Hamonic and Kopitar. Then Mata from Hoffman and Kopitar. Then you won at home in overtime 4-3 against Ottawa Senators. It is Kopitar from Dustin Brown and Hoffman. Then it's Doughty from Kopitar and Mata on the power play. Then it's Hoffman from Dustin Brown and Kopitar. And then it's Kopitar from Doughty and Mata. Then you beat the Anaheim Ducks at your home 4-2. It is Holla from Athanasiou and Brown. Duclair from Hoffman and Mata on the power play. Then Duclair from Kempe and Bear. Then Lizotte from Carter and Velarde on the power play. Into the empty net. Then you won at home 2-0 against the Montreal Canadiens. It's Duclair from Kempe, and then Duclair from Doughty and Mata on the power play. Then you lost at home 4-0 to the Boston Bruins. Then you lost at home 4-2 to the Vancouver Canucks at home. It is Carter from Lizotte and Mata, and then Iafallo from Hoffman and Bear. Then you won in a shootout 3-4 against the Arizona Coyotes. It is Kempe from Brown and Soderberg, Velarde from Carter and Lizotte. Then it's Athanasiou from Duclair and Vatanen. It is Doughty missing, Vatanen missing, and Kopitar making the only shootout goal. Then you lost away from home to Dallas Stars 2-1. It is Kopitar from Hoffman and Anderson. Then you won away from home to Nashville 4-3. It is Hoffman from Mata and Soderberg. Then Athanasiou from Holla and Duclair. Then Byfield from Amadio and Vatanen. Then Athanasiou from Duclair and Brown. Then you lost away from home to Chicago 3-2. It is Brown from Hoffman and Doughty. And then Carter from Duclair. Then you lost at home 4-3 in overtime. It is Iafallo from Bear and Soderberg, Brown from Hoffman and Hamonic, then Iafallo from Athanasiou and Vatanen. Then you won 4-0 away from home to Anaheim. It is Hoffman from Mata and Doughty on the power play, Duclair from Holla and Kempe, then Hoffman from Kopitar and Mata, then Athanasiou from Iafallo and Soderberg. Then you won at home 1-0 against the Dallas Stars. It is Duclair from Mata and Kopitar on the power play. This is the fourth team of 5. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. In their first game, they lost 3-2 in a shootout at home to Ottawa. It's Tana from Letang and Malkin, and then Kapanen from Crosby and Zucker on the power play. Then Crosby missed, Malkin missed, Letang made his, and Gessel missed in the shootout. Then they lost away from home to Buffalo 3-2. It is Gessel from Rust and Crosby on the power play, then Kapanen from Zucker and Moreno. Then you won at home 3-1 to the Washington Capitals. It is Crosby from Matheson and Letang on the power play, Gessel from Rust and Letang, then Getzel from Letang and Rust on the power play. Then you beat the Carolina Hurricanes at home 5-0. It's Letang from Lafferty and Sevier, then Zucker from Kapanen and Ceci, then Kapanen from Zucker and Crosby, then Sevier from Lafferty and Blugers, then Crosby from Rust and Matheson. Then you won away from home to the New Jersey Devils 4-3. It is Getzel from Crosby and Dumoulin, Getzel from Rust and Letang on the power play, Getzel from Letang and Crosby on the power play, then Getzel from Rust and Crosby on the power play. Then you won away from home to Columbus 2-1. It is Moreno from Crosby and Ceci, then Zucker from Kapanen and Malkin on the power play. Then you won 5-1 away from home to Carolina, Kapanen an assistant, Crosby from Getzel, Tanev from McCann and Pedersen, Aston Reese from Tanev and Letang, then Lafferty from Sevier and Ceci. Then you won 4-1 at home to the New York Islanders. It is Crosby from Getzel and Rust, Rust from Getzel and Ceci, then Zucker from Dumoulin and Ceci on the power play, then Getzel from Crosby and Ceci into the empty net. Then you won away from home 5-2 to the New York Rangers. It is Rust from Letang and Matheson on the power play, Malkin from Zucker and Matheson on the power play, Crosby from Rust and Matheson, then Malkin from Kapanen and Zucker, then Tanev from Aston Reese and Pedersen. At home to Pittsburgh, they won 3-4. It is Getzel from Rust and Crosby, Crosby from Kapanen and Getzel, Getzel from Rust and Pedersen, then Malkin from Kapanen and Matheson. You won at home again 5-0 against the Washington Capitals. It was Kapanen from Malkin and Zucker, Malkin from Zucker and Kapanen, Zucker unassisted on the power play, Matheson from Crosby and Getzel on the power play, Getzel from Rust and Crosby on the power play. Okay. Then they won at home. They lost at home 2-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes. It was McCann from Tanev and Aston Reese. Then they won away from home 3-1 to Chicago. It is Getzel from Rust and Pedersen, Zucker from Rust and Crosby, then Crosby from Getzel and Moreno. Then you lost away from home. Then you won away from home 4-2 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Is Getzel from Crosby and Rust on the power play, Zucker from Kapanen and Pedersen, and Crosby from Dumoulin. Then you won away from home 4-3 against Philadelphia. It is Malkin from Kapanen and Pedersen on the power play, Malkin from Kapanen and Dumoulin, then Getzel from Rust and Matheson on the power play, then Zucker from Malkin and Moreno. Then you won at home 5-1. It is Crosby from Rust and Zucker, Kapanen from Ceci and Malkin on the power play, then Getzel from Rust and Pedersen, then Rodriguez from Lafferty and Sevier, then Letang from Matheson and Crosby on the power play. Then you won at home to the New York Rangers 3-1. It is Crosby from Matheson and Getzel on the power play, Rust from Matheson and Letang on the power play, then Kapanen from Zucker and Letang. Then your last game of the season, it is you beating Ottawa at Ottawa 5-2. It is Getzel from Crosby, Tanev from Aston Reese and McCann, Aston Reese from Moreno and McCann, then Kapanen from Zucker and Dumoulin, then Letang from Crosby and Rust. That's it from me. In part 1 of this video, I did 4 teams. In the next video, I'm going to do the last 5 teams. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the notification squad, be part of it in the hockey squad. And don't forget to check in the description down below for all social media. And I'll see you in the next one.